Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. It's your boy Sam,
Matt.
and today we're reviewing,
Riverdale.
our self-confessed favourite show. This being episode 2, Nighthawks. So yeah, basically, it takes a while for. I was kind of expecting straight off the bat to that Miss Grundy's murder was going to be dropped, but they kind of held back on that. It weren't till a while in. So yeah, Veronica's dad's back, and she's still fronting. Is avoiding it. She's avoiding him. Like the atmosphere's a bit like. It's interesting that he kind of like put her in her place last episode, but she's still fronting. The kind of main staple was the episode that Pop's diners like losing business because Archie's dad got shot and that he may have to close down, and like Betty and Jughead are like, this can't happen. And then obviously you've got FP as well, his hearing's coming up, and then he's going to get 20 years with a deal, 40 without. So Jughead kind of has a quick run around and's like, yo, how can I kind of sort this out? And then a guy points him in the direction of this lawyer woman.
Yeah, but he goes around begging to everyone else first, though, doesn't he? Like, didn't they go to what's the redhead family called?
That was before this. I was just about to drop that, but no, he goes to the mayor and like is like, oh, can you help or whatever, and get him a decent lawyer, and she's like, nah. And then he kind of turns and is like, oh, remember this day you turned your back on me?
Right, yeah. Good lord.
It's like, you turned your back on Pop and you turned your back on my dad. And I was like, oh, okay then. So it's like, yeah, he's very reliant on these snakes, you know what I mean? So I think he's going to get himself over his head, as it were. So yeah, he kind of goes to this woman, and then kind of she's like, oh, just get like the family to go there and be like, look, he did what he did, but he was coerced, so it's no big thing. So he kind of goes to the new Blossom house and asks, and they're like, obviously never. So
yeah, and then like as he leaves, he was saying to Betty like he wants to blackmail him or do some crap, right? But he can't because they're literally an orphan and a widow, which isn't true. She's not an orphan. Like, her mother's like sat right there.
well, that's maybe why maybe Betty thought about it and was like, oh, she's not an orphan, and that's why she confronts her in the locker room. It's like, yo, if you don't sort my boy out, then we're gonna release a video of your dad popping your brother.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. That scene was pretty good as well. It's like Cheryl dropped the annoying voice she does. Because she was.
That's not what I noticed about Cheryl, but okay, I'll run with it.
Yeah, of course not.
So, yeah. So this was interesting because this was, I thought, for what it is, a kind of teen drama thing. Because like they were kind of pushing the whole drug thing, because you got obviously Reggie. He popped up. We don't normally see him. He pops up every so often, and he kind of sorts out that girl, and it's like, yo, I can get you a little something. And then he's like to Archie as well, so he's kind of going around drug dealing, which is kind of the whole, is Archie gonna start taking drugs and falling apart and stuff like that? And
that's the last thing this kid needs. He's already an idiot.
Dealing with those issues. So yeah, I mean, Cheryl goes to the hearing, and kind of, she's like, oh yeah, I heard my dad threaten him that he's gonna hurt Juggy, and then I guess the judge is like, oh okay, we'll have a little thinky poo and stuff like that. So I mean,
what sort of judge is this? Oh, what a moron! Like, she basically literally sat there and said, oh, what do I need to say to get you to do what I want you to do? And there was like, oh, okay, that's perfectly reasonable. There was no like lawyer there to like cross-examine her. It's like, hey, let's take this girl's word and wrap it up. Off we go.
So yeah, so I guess they're kind of thinking about that, and then it's interesting. Like Juggy gets a call later from like his dad, and his dad's like, yo, did you go and see that chick? It's like, yo, you got to avoid her because she's not as squeaky clean as she made out. So there's something sinister there. So I guess he owes her a favour. So he's kind of screwed. Um, they quote unquote save Pops by getting everyone in, and then it turns out that the dad Hiram bought it, even though he said he didn't buy it, and then whatever. It was very convoluted, and they're trying to get obviously Hiram's.
Was it? Did you not see that coming?
Um, nah, not really.
I thought it was fairly obvious straight away.
Like Veronica, I wanted to see the good in him, and Pops was a very convincing liar. So yeah, they spent the whole episode umming and ahhing whether he's a good guy or not, and then the whole letter thing, like Hermione took the bullet for that, and then it turns out he did actually write it. So yeah, but like, what's he gonna do? Like in the grand scheme of things,
What do you mean? What's he gonna do? He's the villain in town. He's gonna buy up everything. He's he's J.R. Ewing, whoever you want him to be. He's that dude.
Yeah, so I'm interested in what is actually, because so far we haven't really, I guess I want to see him beat someone up. I think that's what I'm getting at, even though it's kind of pointless. But he got.
I don't really get that kind of vibe from him though. He's like, it looks like they're going. No, they get the mum of Betty kind of referenced him as in like a Scarface kind of thing. Like, I can see Al Pacino maybe beating someone up. This dude, he seems to be doing the role well. I have no problem with him, but he is like this like good looking model kind of guy, isn't he? I don't see him as some sort of badass.
Alright, calm down.
Well, it's a CW, isn't it? All of them are, but really, who's he going to beat up? Maybe I can see him beating up Luke Perry.
Yeah, on his crutches. So yeah, I mean, Betty's mum, what a night out for her. She goes to the diner and she's sitting there with her phone, snapping pictures of Hiram. And then she looks out the window and there's like Reggie doing drugs. I mean, she's having a great night. She couldn't believe her luck. You had the Pussycats do their performance of Milkshake, which was a super cringy moment. And then what I knew was coming, like Archie goes and meets someone and kind of gets a gun, so it's like, oh great, so Archie's going to end up accidentally shooting one of his friends. I was thinking that. And then what I thought was more interesting was at the end, the kind of killer turns up again and pops the girl who we saw earlier get the drugs, and her boyfriend, I guess he just mullers them. So now I'm just like, see, I'm interested now in the sense that have they done that as a kind of diversionary tactic to think, oh, so he did Archie's dad in, he did Archie's bit on the side in, but now he's just killed these two random people. I think that's meant to like put people off, but he just did it for the sake to throw people off.
Or maybe.
But it was very brutal.
It was something out of like a scream or something kind of thing, about the stabbing. It was a gunshot, but it was. I wonder what the link could be, if it's Archie, and it is that obvious, and there's someone going around popping people who are somehow involved in Archie. Like, who else are they going to take out? Have they built up enough characters that we can keep this going? Or maybe they'll kill the girl and the band he was dating briefly last year, but other than that, I can't really think of anyone else. But what could the other link be? Is it that it was someone who was involved with her, and now he's going around killing people that she supposedly copped off with? Like, did she have it off of him? Is she going to come for Archie at some point? I don't know, but basically the question is, like, are they going to spend the season trying to figure out what the link is?
I guess so. It'd be a good mystery. Because, I mean, they've got to know, after this shooting, they've got to know it's the same person. Because they'll pull ballistics and find out it was from the same gun, and then it's like, boom. You know what I mean?
If it was from the same gun, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that'll be kind of the thing there, so they know it's like a serial killer, so then they're going to start investigating, because for now, they haven't really took an active role in, like, you know what I mean? Because last season they're all going around like every episode doing stuff, but at the moment they're kind of doing their own thing. But when they kind of find out it's linked, they're going to be like, okay, then we're going to dedicate all our resources to solving this mystery.
Yeah. But did he kill the girl in the car as well?
Yeah, he must have. I mean, he licked
'Cause
off about 10 shots.
Because that might be a red herring then. It might have been that he was actually there to kill her. But then how would he know where? Who knows?
Let's talk numbers. Oh yeah, and the dad got rid of Smithers as well.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, Smithers is
Smithers
is like 80, but he's got to go see his mother who's fallen ill. I don't know, but this episode seemed to me more serious until the singing bit. It seemed like probably one of the best episodes so far. It was like not so like campy as it normally is. It was like solid. And then they did the singing, and I was like, oh, that kind of ruined the episode. I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good as well. It actually frustrates me. He's got a hero complex, but in an annoying way where it makes everything about him. And now a drug habit and a gun. I'm hoping it might become too much, but we'll have to wait and see. Then again, I will say that I don't want to sound like a hypocrite. Last season, my big complaint was this dude's life is too perfect, so I guess screwing it up a little was probably for the best. I'll give it a 7.5.
Okay, so we'll see you next week for more Riverdale. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And keep it here on the Superhero Hub.